So good afternoon, good afternoon. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day. I can confirm that Vinai'S age, which I asked you to answer in the comments before I went live. Vinai is a year older than me. He is 39. He was born in 1981. That's the stress of working for Arsenal for a decade. That's what it does to you people. But he has done an interview, and we're going to go through that. Do smash the likes up. Do press the share option. That would be great if you could do that. And let me just share my page, share my screen, and we'll get straight into it. Don't forget, I will be back at 5 o'clock tonight. I'll also, oh, Jesus Christ, it's like my balls are dropped. I'll also be on a members stream with Guna Eagle Eye tonight. We're going to talk about Mr. Missing on that stream. That'll be at 6 o'clock. And then obviously the Man United watch along tonight against Sevilla, which will be decent, a semi-final. And Man United make it to the final. We shall find out tonight. But Vinai has done an interview. There he is, 39-year-old Vinai. He looks proper, mate. That's a hard life. Real talk. I'm not doing too bad for 38. That's all I can say. Anyway, let's get straight into this. I'd like to start by saying a huge thanks to Raul. He has been such a huge part of this football club over the last few years. I've been lucky to be a colleague of his and also a friend of his. I have a huge amount of respect for him. We've been working side by side for the last 2 years. And one of the reasons I'm so optimistic about the future is the fantastic work Raul has done, really being a driving force in putting together a team of people that we have across our footballing operations that are going to help drive the club forward. It's been an honour and privilege to work for Arsenal Football Club for more than 10 years. And I love this club. Like many people that work at this football club, I spend pretty much every waking minute thinking about how we can improve and how we can achieve our goals and how we can achieve our objectives going forward. I know this role comes with huge responsibility, and I'm fully aware of the weight of responsibility, and I'm hugely grateful. I'm grateful to Stan Kroenke, Josh Kroenke, and the rest of the Arsenal board for their trust in me. But I'm also very clear about what our fans expect and what our fans demand. And I know at the moment we are falling short of our expectations. There's a huge amount of work ahead to get this football club back to where it needs to be. We are fortunate to be followed all around the world by hundreds of millions of passionate fans, and we have an extraordinary history of success. Our fans expect and our fans demand that this football club win trophies and is at the top of the game, both here in England and also in Europe. So what fuels me is delivering on the expectations and delivering in regard to what our fans demand of us. We started last season full of expectations. We looked forward and we looked upwards, and unfortunately it's not worked out the way we wanted it to. We obviously changed the coach in the middle of the season, which obviously wasn't part of the plan. And then we had the coronavirus hit us and hit everybody this spring. But despite all of our challenges this season has thrown at us, our squad and our players and our footballing staff kept fighting, and they kept fighting all the way to the end. We saw on the 1st of August at Wembley, us winning our 14th, a record 14th FA Cup, which was a sign of progress. I think we can look forward to some real optimism. I think in Mikel Arteta, we have an absolutely fantastic, dynamic head coach. He forms a formidable team with Edu Gaspar. Formidable. Some of these words, it's all good wording, isn't it? He talks well, doesn't he? I think we're in really, really strong hands with Per Mertesacker, and we have some of the most exciting young talent in the league. Now, we did, of course, not achieve our expectations last season, and we need to do better and we need to improve. But I think we're absolutely on a positive trajectory and we're on the right path. The message really is we need to improve. No shit, Sherlock. We're really focused on where we need to improve, and there's lots of things that we need to do. This is all so far from what I'm reading of this. It's, oh, well, we have to improve. We know what we have to improve, but you're not telling us what we have to do to improve, mate. Let me carry on. You might do that. Maybe I'm being a bit hasty. You would have seen a couple of weeks ago that this involves making some difficult decisions. Here we go. You never know. We had to make a difficult decision about proposing redundancies. The decision is about making sure that we have the right structure and the right size of organisation going forward into a very, very difficult world that we are going to face post-coronavirus, and making sure we can be as strong as possible on the other side. So there's going to be some tough decisions. We have in Edu and Mikel 2 individuals who are responsible for our technical plan. Of course, it is overseen by me and the board, but those two are the experts, and they have a very, very clear plan about how they want to rebalance our squad in the short term, the medium term, and the long term. We're starting to work on that immediately in this transfer window. There's other things that we need to do better as well. I think we can do a better job of communicating with our fans. Yes, communicate with us. Phone me direct. I'll give you the number, mate. I'll give you the number. I'll tell you exactly what we need to do to get this club winning titles. We are not going to be able to give them a running commentary of everything that we are doing, nor are we always going to be nor are we always going to correct or be able to correct some of the misinformation there is about the club. But we need to be clear about what we are doing, and our plan is we can get better at that. There is, of course, a lot of other areas that we are looking to address, but it's all about doing the same thing, trying to make the organisation as efficient as possible and as high performing as we possibly can. Because if we can do that, we give ourselves the best ability to deliver on our objectives. We are impatient, so we know that we are not where we want to be, and we are impatient because we want to get there, get to where we want to be. This is all like jargon, isn't it? Why don't you just talk direct, mate? I think the key message for our fans, here we go, get your ears pricked up, lads. I think the key message for our fans is that we all want exactly the same thing. We all want Arsenal Football Club back where it belongs, competing for and winning the biggest trophies in the game. That's what fuels us. That's what our focus is, and we ultimately want to do that so our fans all across the world are proud of their football club for what we do and what we can achieve and what we can win, but also for how we do it. Doing it in accordance to the values, the history and tradition of this great football club. Fucking hell, he's talking some bollocks here, really. In terms of the board, we work very, very closely. So we're in regular contact with the owners pretty much every single day, and we're all here to achieve the same thing, and that's to push the football club forward. He said this quite a lot, forward, push it forward, push it forward. Talk to me, darling. Tell me how you're going to push it forward. Because so far, you're talking gobbledygook. We've been active in the market. Yes, we've signed Willian from Chelsea and signing that Edu and Mikel are really, really excited about. And I'm sure our fans are excited about as well. Maybe if you contact some of the fans, mate, they might tell you whether they're interested in Willian being here. It's going to be a challenging window. Here we go. Here we go. Rein your expectations back in, people. It's going to be challenging. But we will continue to work hard to deliver on our objectives to strengthen the squad. And Edu and Mikel have a really clear plan about how they want to do that. Our objectives are going to be back competing for and winning the biggest trophies. He keeps saying this, doesn't he, in the game. And if you're Arsenal Football Club and if you're in the Premier League, there's two trophies that really matter. The Premier League and the Champions League. I can't take him seriously, real talk. I genuinely can't take this bloke seriously. It's not going to be easy. No, it's not, my friend. 16 years and waiting. It's not going to be straightforward. There's a whole load of competition, but that has to be our objective. Okay, so if Mikel doesn't deliver the Premier League title this season, are you sacking him then? That's a question. There you go. Liaise with the fans. You're saying that's the objective, so if he doesn't deliver the title, is he sacked? I've been at this football club for 10 years. But I just feel as hungry as I did on the first day. I remember the first day that I walked into Highbury House, which is our office, and I thought, wow, I'm part of an amazing football club. And it still feels that 10 years on. I feel just as hungry and just as driven to push the football club forward. And we have a huge responsibility here. This football club has been here for nearly 135 years. We've got hundreds of millions of fans. You've said that already, mate. And we are driving the club to succeed. They want this football club to succeed, and it's in their hands to be part of their, and it's part of their passion, and it's their responsibility to deliver on those expectations. That's what it's all about. Well, there you go. That was a load of rubbish, really, wasn't it? Let's be real here. He talks a good game, this guy, doesn't he? I want us to be driven. We've got clear objectives. Edu and Mikel are experts in And we're back again. The electric decided to trip. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, like I said, the electric decided to trip. So apologies for that, but we are back again. And like I said, this guy talks a good game, doesn't he? They all talk a good game at corporate level, don't they? They all talk a fantastic game. We want to be great. We want to make the club great. We have millions, hundreds of millions of fans globally that are demanding success. Well, reality check, mate. Most of them ain't. Yeah, most of them are happy to finish 8th and win an FA Cup. Most of them are happy just to finish 4th because you, my friend, were part of that process that allowed people to sit there and say 4th is a trophy. So I don't trust this guy as far as I could throw him. He sounds exactly how Ivan Gazidis sounds, corporate jargon. And I just look at it and I think that it's all well and good coming out with these fancy statements. The fact and reality is we're not good enough on the football pitch. And that is down to him. That is down to Raul, who's now been sacked. And listen, I make the football club right about sacking him. Yeah, get rid. Damn right. If you're taking backhanders, get out the club. But at the same time, I look at it and I think that there's only one Arsenal man in and around that football club at a high up level, and that is David O'Leary. Yeah, why was that guy not allowed on the board? Why was he not allowed? Yeah, this guy, no disrespect to him, he's been at the football club 10 years in a multitude of different positions. One of them was doing a deal with a Chinese car company, which ended up with a fraud investigation. He was the guy who signed that deal off. He was the guy who partnered up with them. So listen, his track record for me in terms of what he's done for this football club is get us into a legal battle over a fraud case where he got sucked in by a company over in China, which was on the fiddle. He was the guy photographed doing the signatures for that. This is now the guy leading us forward. Yeah, this is the guy that is being trusted. Trusted. Why wasn't he trusted when Raul got the job? That's what I want to know. What has he done from when he came in and then Raul came in and he moved up the chart a little bit and moved up the chain a little bit? What has he done in that 2-year period working with Raul that now he is the outstanding candidate? Well, can somebody explain that to me? You know, this guy is probably on the best part of £2 million a year. What does he do? Genuinely, what does he actually do? And it's all well and good sitting there saying that we want to liaise more with the fans. Yeah, cool. Okay then, mate. Well, when you go to an AGM, stop vetting questions then. Yeah. When you go to an AGM, actually say it as it is in black and white. No grey area in the middle. Yeah. We're trying to buy a centre-back. Why don't you come and tell us that? We're actively trying to buy a midfielder. Yeah, we're actively trying to get rid of some of the squad that are not good enough. Why don't you come out and say things like that? Because you're not harming the transfer fees around that. You're not boosting the fee by saying you're looking for a centre-back. Because at the end of the day, a centre-back has got a ceiling. Doesn't matter whether it's Lewis Dunk, Koulibaly, or fucking Jim Bob down the road at Barnet. You know, they've all got a ceiling of price. By coming out and saying that we're looking for a centre-back or we're looking for a midfielder, we're looking to get rid of some of the squad because it has failed over the last 4 years or 5 years, or some of them 7 years. Why don't you come out and say that? You know, it's all well and good sitting there. I've worked in an industry where you just listen to bullshit 24/7. Like, you know, working in the double glazing industry, it's the biggest bullshitting industry in terms of high up, you want it, and then they suck you in, and then they change the rules once you're there. That's how it is, and it's the same in any corporate business. This guy is not a football man. Yes, I know he's not officially in charge of signing transfers, but that's down to Edu. Yeah, cool. He still gets a say. So I've seen people sitting there going, "Oh, well, this guy is not really going to be." He's not going to really be involved in the transfers, etc., etc. Hello, he's now doing Raul's job. And if Raul was in charge of that, he is. Not only that, is he still doing the corporate side? So we've gone away from just having a CEO, as in Ivan Gazidis, on his own, So, oh, well, we feel, because this was the bullshit they gave us 2 years ago, we feel that between me and Raul, we can split it. So one of us to do the commercial side, one of us to do the footballing side. Well, that plan is now back in the bin, and it's gone back to this guy being in charge of both by the looks of it, which is what Ivan Gazidis was doing. So this club don't seem to know what they're doing. Yeah, and it's no coincidence that the players on the pitch haven't got a Scooby either. Because listen, the club's rotten from top to bottom. It's as simple as that. The fans will sit there, and this guy will be the driving force now. The narrative around it will be, yes, he's the man to lead us forward. Because soon as something happens at the club in terms of Raul going and this man coming in, yes, let's rally around him. Let's back the decision. Which is exactly why this football club has been in the gutter for nearly 2 decades. Because people just blindly back any old garbage. You know, and like I've said before, we've got a football team that is probably, well, it was the 8th best squad in the league last season. We've got a defence that's shocking. We've got a midfield that if you even go down lower in the table to us, there's teams lower than us that have got a better trio of midfielders than we have. That's embarrassing. You know, that is embarrassing. And that has been allowed on his watch. That has been allowed on Raul's watch. That has been allowed on Wenger and Gazidis' watch, you know, and it's all well and good coming out with these PR jargon statements. Why don't you actually say it as it is? Why don't you come out and say, we're not good enough. Yeah, we're actively looking to overhaul the squad in the next 2 seasons or the next 2 transfer windows. And we're looking to make major shape-ups and shake-ups into this squad to get us challenging for a title. So there we go. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. And listen, I don't back this guy at all. I don't trust him. I didn't trust him when he was working with Raul. And what I want to know is, this Raul was apparently been sacked over a 10 million discrepancy on the books, yeah? What was he doing? Why didn't he know about this? Was he involved? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is it's took for another guy to come from the outside in to a new job role. And within 2 weeks of being in that job role, he's rumbled and found out that there's a 10 million discrepancy. How the fuck has no one at that club known about that? How have they not known about it? It is absolutely embarrassing. We are the laughing stock of world football, not only on our online fan base, because they're just ridiculously embarrassing online, but we're embarrassing on the pitch. Our players on their personal social media accounts are embarrassing. Yar, Gunners, yar, back on top. Yeah, so I mean, it is just embarrassing. Yeah, and this guy is not the guy to lead us to glory. I've said it when he first came in with Raul, and I've said it again. He ain't the guy that's going to be here when we win a title. And no doubt in the next 6 months or a year or 2 years down the line, we'll be doing this video again, and it'll be about him being sacked or him moving on or him going into a different job role, and it'll be somebody else coming in. Why don't you actively go out there as a football club that apparently wants to make us great again and challenge him for titles? Why don't you actively go out there as a football club and go and get the best people in the business and pay the top dollar to get them people to the football club? Whoever the scouts are at Leicester, go and nick all of them. Go and give them the money. Say, yo, you, and you, we want the lot of you. We're buying all of you. They're the best scouts in the league. Or anybody else. You could go to another team, Southampton, their scouts are decent. Yeah, go and get the best people for the job roles at this football club if you want to make us great. It's all well and good sitting there saying, oh yes, well, I want to make Arsenal great again. I want us to make us a global force. Blah, blah, blah. Look at this clown. Fuck off then, mate. See you later. Yeah, don't watch it. You'll be back again tomorrow like you all are, mate. Yeah, truth hurts, doesn't it, Daniel? Go and cry into your Wenger pajamas, mate. Yeah, it's embarrassing. People like you are the problem, mate. Yeah, people like me demand better. Yeah, you're probably sitting there going, oh, this is a great decision, mate. Yes, it's a great decision. Vinai the leader. Hurrah! Bellerin for captain. Fucking embarrassing, man. At the end of the day, this club is not going to win a title all the time. We keep poncing about. And the only way we're going to win a title is by overhauling everyone at this football club that was here under Wenger and Gazidis. Every fucking one of them. That means the playing staff, the staff above, the board of directors, every single one of them that is rotten to the core, that has been sat there bleeding this club dry for the last 25 to 30 years, some of them, yeah, sitting there happy with just the, oh, well, yes, fourth is a trophy. Well, it ain't fucking to me, mate. It's third loser, yeah? Third loser. And if you finish 8th, you're 7th loser, yeah? So don't get all giddy. Oh, yes, well, we're in the Europa League. Yeah, great. I like the Europa League. I actually think we can win the Europa League every year. But don't get all fucking excited because it's the Europa League, yeah? I want to win the league. I want to win the league. You ain't going to win the league with this guy in charge and the bunch of clowns that we've got running around on the football pitch every week. Overhaul the squad. I've seen people say to me, oh, you can't get rid of 7 or 8 people in one window. Well, how comes Atletico Madrid did it a couple of seasons ago? How comes Juventus did it? Yeah? Have they got any worse? No. Have they got better? Oh, yeah, of course they have. Yeah? It really isn't difficult. You get rid of all the bang average dross, you go and replace it with better players. It really ain't hard. We've seen a story recently, the last couple of days. David Luiz might be going out to France to Rennes, is it? Is it Rennes or some team out in France? Well, hang on. This was the guy that Arteta wanted to sign up again. So why does he want to get rid of him now? What's that all about? This club don't know whether it's coming or going. Yeah, which is exactly why we've got worse and worse and worse and worse every single season. It is embarrassing. 8th, you know, 8th. Embarrassing. And this guy, like I said, I heard all this bollocks 2 years ago. Yeah, don't trust him. Don't believe him. Yeah, actions speak louder than words. So when we come to the end of this transfer window and we're still sat here with Granit Xhaka as vice captain, because he will be named vice captain, Aubameyang will stay captain, Xhaka will be named vice captain. And when we're still sat here lining up with Bellerin at right back, and we're lining up with Xhaka and Torreira in midfield, and we're lining up with Lacazette up front, Aubameyang left, yeah, then we're bringing on, we still have Mustafi. We're bringing on Socrates to play at right wing back. You know, when we're still doing that again next season and we're still getting the same results next season as we've had for the last 6 seasons or 5 seasons or 4 seasons, yeah, this guy will be culpable. But there we go. Smash the likes up. He seems like such a freaking pushover. I'd bet he'd say yes to Man U if they offered him 7 million for Saka. Afternoon to you, mate. This is the problem with this football club. I've said it before. When you look at Chelsea Football Club, and I know I've got a lot of Chelsea people in this chat room, yeah, right? When you look at Chelsea, their woman, I can't remember her name, who does the transfers there. She's brutal, man. Yeah, we want Werner. There's 54 million. Fuck you, we want him now. He ain't playing your Champions League campaign because we've just put the readies on the table. Yeah, give us him now. We'll book his flight. Yeah, job done. Job done. Yeah, when you've got a goalkeeper, yeah, that's telling your manager, no, I'm not coming off. Then you sack that manager. Then the new manager comes in, plays him for most of the season, realizes he's absolutely dog shit and goes, do you know what? Fuck you, get on the bench. Yeah, get on the bench. I'm putting Caballero in goal. Yeah, that is ruthless. That is ruthless. You've not been good enough all season. You're costing me points. You're costing me a title. You're costing me a trophy, whatever it may be. You're benched. Yeah, at Arsenal, oh no, he's not even consistent in training, but I'll keep playing Bellerin every week. Come on, man. Have some ruthlessness at this football club again, because we haven't been ruthless for a long, long time at this club. And every single year, I look at Chelsea and I think, how have you brought Morata for 50 million and then sold him for 50 million? How's that work? Bakayoko, you brought him for 40. You've loaned him out here, there and fucking everywhere since he's been here. Yeah, now you're loaning him to AC Milan with an option to buy him for 35 million. How? How have you got that deal? 35 million for a guy that you paid 40 for and hardly ever plays. He's been loaned out to Milan. He's been loaned out to Monaco, and now he's going back to Milan. Yet we go, oh yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll buy Alexis for 32 million, and then we'll swap him for Mickey, and then we'll loan Mickey out and let him fuck off for £1 million. What's that all about? Yeah, this club, I swear, man, it's a joke. Big up Jay Bizzle. Hope you're well, man. Do smash the likes up if you haven't already. or the dislikes, whatever takes your fancy. Because I know there's a lot of little snowflakes in my chat today who can't handle the truth because they have to stay in that bubble of fake positivity and delusion. So we'll keep being fake positive. And when it all comes crashing and burning, which it will, don't say I didn't tell you so. Yeah, don't say I didn't tell you so. Because I did tell you earlier on this season that it was before we come back out of full lockdown when everyone was going, oh, we can get 5th. Do you remember that crap? We can get 5th. Like 5th's a fucking trophy now. I said to every single person, go back to the streams. We'll be lucky if we get in the top 6. Oh, you're toxic. Your toxicity is a disgrace to this club. You're a Spurs fan. Yeah, where did we finish, people? Oh, yeah, 8th. Yeah, it's called being fucking realistic and using this. Yeah, not sitting there going, oh, well, we're actually bigger than I think we are and better than I think we are. We're not. I know where we are. I know exactly where we're going to be next season. Go and do what is required to make this club go back up the levels. Yeah, that doesn't mean go and spend £500 million. It means get rid of the same fucking players that have failed under Wenger. Yeah, every single one of them Wenger players, apart from Aubameyang, can piss off. Every single one of them, because they have got weak mindset. When it comes to the crunch, they flop. And there's no coincidence that they are exactly the same as the guy who brought them. Content, happy, on big money, not really asked if they win anything, just happy to take part. Yeah, I live in London. I play for Arsenal. I'm on 190 grand a week. That doesn't matter. Don't matter if we don't win the title. Let's just try and get in that 4th spot. No, weak bullshit, fuck off. Every single one of them. Sick and tired of it. Absolutely sick and tired of it. The voice of facts, exactly. People don't like facts, mate. They start crying. Rant mode activated. I'm going to take some of your comments. So we'll do about another 5 minutes. Then I'm jogging myself off down the beach with wifey. We're going on a day date. We're going to have a little bit of grub down the beach. That'd be nice. Do you think Gabriel is coming to Arsenal or Napoli? Well, apparently both of us have had the bid accepted for the same fee, mate. So does he want to live in London or does he want to live in Naples? That's up to him. Does he want to play in the Premier League or does he want to play in Serie A? Me personally, I think we've signed him. But I have been wrong before. Not often. I am normally right when it comes to Arsenal, if I'm honest. There you go. You called it back in June. I did. When everyone was sitting there wetting their knickers about, oh, Man City are going to be banned. Oh, ha, 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 Man City. I've seen people yesterday, real talk, yeah? Listen to this. So Man City get knocked out. Arsenal have had a better season than Man City. On what fucking planet do these people live? Man City finished 2nd and won the League Cup. Arsenal finished 8th and won the FA Cup. What would you rather? Because if you're saying 8th in the FA Cup, that is exactly the problem with this club. Yeah, millions of people like that infest the fan base. And that is why people like this guy on my screen will forever sit there with their corporate jargon playing up to people like that, which is why the club will never move forward. So there we go. A war, or party. Both. Why not get both? If you've got any ambition about it, you can buy both. Get rid of Torreira, get rid of Xhaka, get rid of Guendouzi. You can pay for both of them. Happy days, job done. Get me on the fucking board. I'll buy everyone, mate. Done it on career mode. It really ain't difficult. It really ain't difficult, if I'm being honest. Robert says, Ren, Adelaide and Nabry for a combined fee of £6 million. That says all we need to know, mate. And then you got Chelsea selling Morata and Bakayoko for 85 million. Yeah, after spending, 90 million on them. Mad. We are becoming Leeds. Well, as it stands, yes, we are. We just need the relegation to top it all off now, don't we? We should just, yeah. It's really, the thing is, it's really not, it's really not that difficult to turn Arsenal back into a powerhouse, a force, some team that everybody's scared of. It really ain't hard. We've got so many players at this football club, right? It'd be easier to say the ones you'd keep. Yeah. So the rest of them are for sale. So what you do is you ring round the football clubs, you ring round agents and say, yo, we want to get rid of Socrates. We want to get rid of Mustafi, Bellerin, Xhaka, fucking Kolasinac, all these other shit players, Torreira. Get rid of them all. Get rid of 3/4 of that squad this summer. People go, oh, you can't do that. You can't do it all in one window. You can if you know what you're doing. Yeah, like I've said, Aston Villa last season bought 13 players. Guess what? Them 13 players make up over half of that squad. The squad, which, by the way, stayed in the Premier League in its first season back in it. Yeah? First season. They stayed in the Premier League with half a brand new squad. Yeah, so don't sit there and tell me you can't overhaul a squad in one window, because Aston Villa did it last season. Leeds United and West Brom and Fulham will go out and buy 7, 8, 9 players each this summer. Yeah, and have a real good crack at staying in the league. Why can't Arsenal go out there, get rid of 10 players and go and replace them with 7 or 8 decent ones and promote 3 kids? Why can't we do that? Because people like this guy and people like Raul and people like Wenger and Gazidis are content. They're happy. My man lives in a mansion. My man's on £2 million a year. My man's loving life. He can sit there and do one dead interview telling everyone, oh, we want to be great. We want to be great. Yeah, we want to win the Champions League. We want to win the league. Yeah, well, get off your fucking arse and start doing it then. Yeah, instead of sitting there talking absolute bollocks to me and everybody else, because I don't lap it up like millions of others, mate. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. But there we go. Some of your comments are funny. Too many bang average players. Yes. We need professionals running the club. Yeah, so when you say professionals, I take it you don't mean professionals in the corporate sense. I think you mean in the footballing sense. Spot on. Spot on. Spot on, mate. It's the process. Trust the process, people. This is part of the process that we're supposed to be trusting, by the way. This is definitely part of the process. Let's do 3 more comments. Vinai ain't going to do shit, exactly. First thing he said he's doing is going on holiday. Is that what he said? Real talk. Did he actually say that, or are you on a wind-up? Listen, do subscribe if you're new. Subs are flying up, man. It's going up like 120, 150 a day at the minute. So big up to you guys. Do follow me on Flick as well. I need to speak to them and get 5 moderators put on that today. Because I did say when we hit 300 people on there, we would get 5 moderators. It's an interactive chat group. If you haven't already downloaded it, it's free of charge. The link's in the chat as we speak. Why can't Arsenal appoint a manager who has a winning mentality? We passed up the opportunity to sign Ancelotti twice. Mourinho, the club are a circus. Well, we missed Pep. We missed Klopp because at the time, oh, you can't be disrespectful to Arsenal's greatest ever manager. All of them people are part of the reason we're fucking shit. Yeah, because they accept mediocrity, mate. I don't. I want to win the league. And if you have a go at winning the league, and I said this before, I keep using Chelsea as the example. None of people I see that keep using Liverpool as an example. Oh, we need to do the Liverpool model. Okay, can you tell me which player in our squad's worth 140 million then? One player like Coutinho. Can somebody tell me who that is? Is there anybody in our squad who is worth 140 million pounds? Oh yeah, no, there isn't. So to get 140 million pounds to go and spend on a proper centre back and a proper goalkeeper, not that we need a goalkeeper, but to go and spend on 2 proper players, we need to sell about 11 players because they're all worth fuck all. It is embarrassing, man. It is embarrassing. Yes, bruv, I couldn't care less. I am always going to say what I think. And if people don't like it, tough. Go and set your own positive channel up and see how many people come to your positive channel when you're sitting there saying, Vinai'S the leader. He's going to make us great again. Well, weren't that Raul's job 2 years ago then? Oh, yeah. Daniel says, Turkish asked, what is the process? Big up Turkish, by the way. There is no process. The process is blindly back anything that Arteta says and that the club say because you just want to fit in on social media rather than actually saying what you think because you don't want to get abused online. I couldn't give a fuck about abuse. Real talk. Couldn't care less. I worked in a job for 21 years knocking on doors of people I didn't fucking know asking, hello, would you like double glazing? Yeah, don't talk to me about abuse, mate. Like, social media is a walk in the park. Piece of piss. When you're getting frog marched off of people's driveways, yeah. It's a lot worse than being called a fucking nonce on social media by a 14-year-old with Saka as his profile picture. Yeah, come on, man, it's mad. Anyway, I'll do 2 more comments and I'm going, man. Lee needs to be Twitter verified. Bro, I couldn't care less about a verification. Real talk. Couldn't care less. I see people today say to me, oh, you only do stuff on Twitter for likes. Really? Really? Well, am I getting paid for a like then? No. Do I get paid for views on YouTube? Yeah. Do I get paid for likes? So I'm saying the same thing on YouTube and the same thing on Twitter and the same thing on Insta. These people are thick, mate. They're thick. Most of them just want me to get a fucking, just to reply to him saying, oh, look, I've triggered him. He's rattled. Embarrassing, these people, man. Where's that one gone? There it is. Bring in David O'Leary. Well said, my friend. Well said. Well done, mate. That's exactly what we need. There's not enough footballing people at this. Stop swearing. No, because when I start a video every day, a live stream, there is an option on YouTube that says, is this video made for children, for kids? No, it's made for adults, mate. So if you don't like it, piss off. It's as simple as that. Big up my boy Tasno. I did an overhaul on Football Manager, which is a harder football simulation than most manager games. And the first guy I got rid of was Xhaka to Man United, which made them worse. Well, thank you very much for your donation. The thing is, I look at it, right? We begged Xhaka to stay. We begged him, oh, Xhaka, please, give us another chance. It's mad. It is actually mad. You know, we're saying that Mustafi has a possible future at Arsenal. Everyone's got the clean slate. Everyone's got the clean slate. That's where we're at as a football club. And most people are sitting there going, oh, yes, it's a process, like Liverpool. Klopp in his first season finished 8th. And the next season he finished 4th. Okay, so next season, if Arteta don't get 4th, are you all going to want him out then? Yeah? When this guy is sitting there saying the aim is to go and win a title and to win the Champions League. Okay, so if Arteta doesn't win the league this season coming, are you sacking him? Are you sacking him, Vinai? No, you're not. So stop chatting bollocks to me, mate, because that isn't the aim. That isn't the aim at all. Yeah? It might be the long-term aim. The short-term aim is not to win the league. And for that reason, I don't fucking trust you. Yeah? I want to win the league. So why don't you do what's required this season to make us compete for a league title? Which you won't, because that means overhauling a fuckload of players, which you can't because you're clueless. And on that note, my people, I'm going to finish my nice cup of tea. I'm going to go and have some lunch and have a little stroll down the beach. And I will be back at 5 p.m. Thank you to everybody who has watched live. I do appreciate it. Sorry about the little cock up halfway through. Like I said, my electric tripped out for some reason. But we are back again. 1,100 people watching. Smash the likes if you haven't. And do follow me on Flick as well. I would appreciate it if you could do that. That would be lovely jubbly. That link is in the chat right now. Batter the like button up and I'll be back at 5 o'clock. Later.